Advanced Driver Assistance Systems, or ADAS as we know it, is a feature set which uses a number of cameras and sensors dotted around the vehicle to enable autonomous driving. Not only does this mean fewer inputs from the driver in certain situations, hence making your journey that much more easy, but it also means that the electronic systems can step in and avoid potential accidents, hence making them a safety feature. Since ADAS is relatively new, you might be confused as to what each of the ADAS features does and how they operate. Being a modern and feature-loaded SUV, the Creta comes with Hyundai's Smart Sense, which enables a host of Level 2 ADAS features. So today I, along with the Hyundai Creta, will demonstrate to you how each of these ADAS features work and what they exactly do. So without much further ado, let's begin. Let's start off with a feature which I actually use quite a lot, and that is the Smart Cruise Control with Stop and Go functionality. What is it? Well, just like any other vehicle, the Creta also comes with cruise control, which you can access by pressing this button here on the steering wheel. So let's say I reach 80 km/h and then I press this button to engage the cruise control, and the car will hold that speed. But supposing another vehicle in front of you in your lane decides to slow down below 80 km/h and you reach a certain amount of distance, then the Creta will automatically reduce its speed without you having to do anything to match the speed of the vehicle in front of you. And suppose that vehicle decides to speed up again, or maybe if you decide to change your lane, then it will pick up speed automatically and go back to that minimum speed which you had set in your cruise control settings. This is a really smart and intuitive feature, and like I said, I use it often on my highway commutes because it works so flawlessly and requires so much less input from my side. You can even change the speed of the cruise control using this toggle over here. Another feature which I use in conjunction with the Smart Cruise Control on highways is the lane departure warning as well as lane keep assist. Basically, using the cameras outside, the Creta can see the lane markings on the road. So when you're on the highway, this feature allows you to stay in your lane. By pressing this button right over here on the steering wheel, I can enable this feature, and if I were to, let's say, swerve outside the lane, it will give me a warning like this and also change the steering input on its own so that the car stays within its lane. When it comes to safety, some of the most crucial features in the Hyundai Creta's ADAS suite are the forward collision warning as well as avoidance systems. Basically, if the car detects that the oncoming vehicle is too close and maybe you're not braking in time, it will give you a warning which can give you those extra seconds to react to the situation and avoid any problems. However, in case you do not react in time, the avoidance system will apply the brakes on its own, which is great, and again, it can save you from a lot of accidents. Along with forward collision warning and assist, you also get rear cross traffic alert as well as avoidance systems. What this basically does is, suppose you are parked and you're reversing out of a parking spot and you have maybe vehicles on either side of your car, or maybe there's a wall, so you cannot really see any vehicles coming from behind. Well, thankfully the Creta still can, and it will warn you of any other vehicle which might be in your way while you are reversing out, and in case you fail to take an action in time, it will also apply the brakes, hence avoiding any collisions. Switching lanes can be tricky, especially if there is a lot of traffic around you. Maybe there's a vehicle which is in your blind spot and you can't spot it in time. Thankfully, nothing can be hidden from the Creta and its various cameras. If you are switching lanes, it will warn you using the blind spot monitoring system, and there is also a blind spot view. So if you use the turn indicators like so, you can get a live feed of the road view on your left or the right side depending on the indicator that you have used. This is great because it makes switching lanes and taking turns so much easier and safer. It is not uncommon for you to momentarily get distracted when you are stationed at a traffic signal and there's a vehicle in front of you. A lot of times it happens that the vehicle ahead of you moves away, but you are still maybe checking your phone or doing something else or talking to someone. Well, the Hyundai Creta has your back in such a situation because it comes with leading vehicle departure warning. It basically alerts you in a situation like this so that you know when the vehicle in front has departed, and you can save yourself some embarrassment by immediately then taking off and not holding up the traffic behind you. Opening your car's door without realizing that there's another vehicle coming from behind can be both dangerous and sadly is something that happens commonly. However, once again, the Creta has your back with its safe exit alert. It can detect if another vehicle is approaching and might come in contact with yours if you open the door, and it will alert you. This can save you, your car, and the car of the other person from some serious damage. One of the biggest problems I have while driving at night is the rampant use of high beam by other motorists on the road. Yes, you do need the high beam to have better visibility at night, but it should not come at the cost of troubling other vehicles on the road. Even when not required, I have seen a lot of people just default to the high beam, and that can just blind any oncoming traffic. The Creta with its high beam assist can take care of that problem, as it automatically switches between high and low beam by detecting oncoming traffic. Last but certainly not the least is the surround view monitor. It uses all the cameras outside to give you a 360-degree view of both your surrounding and how your vehicle is placed over there. So say goodbye to those nerve-wracking moments when you're trying to squeeze your vehicle into a rather narrow spot. With the surround view monitor, you'll have eyes all around you, ensuring a stress-free parking experience. And since there are sensors both at the front and at the back, it will also give you warning when you are too close to another vehicle or a wall. And there you have it, folks, the level 2 ADAS features of the Hyundai Creta explained and demonstrated in real-world conditions. You might have seen that ADAS definitely makes your everyday driving that much more intuitive, easy, and also safer. Another thing to note is how seamlessly the control is switched from the driver to the vehicle and then back to the driver. The ADAS systems do not really intrude in your driving, and they are just there to act as an extra padding. The popularity of ADAS is increasing, and it is slowly becoming a must-have feature. The Hyundai Creta offers the ADAS systems to you starting from the SX Tech trim, which has a price of 15.98 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Not too long ago, these autonomous driving aids used to be a luxury feature only available in the top of the line and very expensive vehicles. But thanks to products like the Hyundai Creta, you now have them at a much more affordable price. Well, that's all for today and for this video. We hope you found it helpful, you found it informative. If you did, make sure to hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done yet. This is Akash Paul signing off for now, hoping that you follow all the rules of the road when you are out there driving or riding a vehicle. Bye-bye.